Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls to TCG Cast, and in this quick little video we are going to talk about our top 5 heroic cards that we think are going to be the most popular during the release weekend. Now this is not specifically based on like meta or price, these are just the top 5 cards we think that are going to be what people are asking for trades, what people are going to be searching for on eBay, TCG Player. These are going to be the top 5 most popular cards, so if you pull one or you're looking to trade for one, these are probably going to be the 5 cards we think are going to be the most popular for the first couple of weeks on release. So number 1, Luke Skywalker, the legendary. This is just kind of a classic. Luke and Vader are just so well known in the Star Wars universe, and although this Luke Skywalker hasn't found a place particularly in a meta deck, that doesn't mean that he won't. The stats are amazing, but realistically, it's just Luke Skywalker is popular, and Luke Skywalker is so well known with the Star Wars franchise. This is probably going to be one of the most, if not one of like the most popular cards, especially if you've seen the hyperspace or hyper foil version. This is going to be a popular card for collectors. It's going to be a high value card for higher rarities like hyperspace or hyper foil. So if you happen to pull one, this is a great card if you're just not interested in it, to trade away for other cards you might want, or, you know, sell it. You know, there's all kinds of things you can do with it. But yeah, this Luke Skywalker is going to be one of the more popular cards just because it's a Luke Skywalker, and I think it's really cool. All right, number 2 we want to talk about is K2SO. Now, this card is going to be popular. A couple of these cards are going to be very popular because of the current metagame, and that is going to be Sabine with Green Command. So K2SO is just a really great body. It's 4 resources for a 4/4 with Overwhelm, and then when defeated, for each opponent, choose 1. Generally, you just choose deal 3 damage. So K2 you can bring out with your ECL, you can swing him into a body. If it's smaller than he is, you can overwhelm and deal damage to the base, and then whenever K2SO is defeated, he just deals damage. This is a rare card, but most every Sabine deck is running a K2SO package, and even if you're not running Sabine with aggro, K2 is just a really popular card, and he fits well into pretty much every red hero deck, just because his stats are good, his ability is good. So this is absolutely a card you're probably going to hear people asking for trades. If you go to your locals and you're going to hear someone going, hey, did anyone pull K2SO? Does anyone have a K2 for trade? So yeah, this is a card to definitely look out for. Very popular, very cool, and super, super awesome. Next up, this is one of the very few cards, actually I think it's one of the only cards that has the potential to burn the opponent for direct damage. For a Cause I Believe In allows you to reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. For each Heroism symbol card revealed this way, deal 1 damage to an enemy base. You may discard any of the revealed cards and put the rest on top of your deck in any order. So what's really interesting about this card, this is either a finisher or it could be an extender. So you pay 3 resources for generally 4 damage to your base. The biggest thing is whenever you're using For a Cause, you're generally building your deck with like 99% of the cards showing the hero symbol. So that way when you flip up the top 4 cards, you're pretty constantly guaranteeing 4 damage, every once in a while 3 damage. So if you're playing your standard game, if someone has a 25 health base, all you have to deal is 21 or 22 damage, and For a Cause kind of wins the game. Same thing with 30 health bases. If you have, you know, 26, 27 damage on the base, you could just play this card and you should win the game. This also can kind of help get you a little push forward if you're playing like early to mid game, where you can deal an extra 3 or 4 damage and then just get ahead of the base race. So yeah, For a Cause I Believe In is very, very dominant in Sabine decks. This is just a great way to finish the game, but it's also a great rare for any aggression deck, because you can use a lot of fast cards to get damage. You can use For a Cause to extend your lead and then seal the deal with something like a K2SO. So keep an eye out. For a Cause I Believe In, very, very good card. All right, number 4 is going to be the Millennium Falcon. This card is kind of a wombo combo of things. First of all, It's the Millennium Falcon. It's super cool. Second, it's a legendary, so this is a little bit harder to pull than your standard rare. Finally, this is one of the few units in the game that enters play ready. Now, there is a cost. Whenever you ready cards during the regroup phase, you have to pay 1 resource or return this card to the owner's hand, so it doesn't stay out forever, but you can just play the Millennium Falcon for 3 resources and get 3 damage unless there's some way the opponent taps the Falcon down. So this is a card that we expect to be very popular because A, it's the Falcon, B, it's really cool and higher rarity. So if you see this card as a foil or a hyperspace or a hyperfoil, you're probably looking at a card that's worth some good money. Probably, you know, depending on the rarity, you could ask, you know, at a hyperspace rare, 20, 30. If you get like a hyperspace foil, maybe 40, 50. It depends on the market. We don't really know how everything's going to shape out. But similar to Luke, the Millennium Falcon is just so synonymous with the Star Wars legacy. So you're going to see people who want to play Han Solo. They're going to want to play Heroes. They're going to want to play all kinds of stuff. And every single time I've seen someone pull a Millennium Falcon, they are extremely excited because it's just one of the coolest ships in the entire Star Wars IP, and the card itself is very potent. So keep an eye out for these. These are great for trades. These are great for selling. These are great for collecting. Millennium Falcon, we expect to be one of the very, very prominent cards when it comes to people looking for hero cards specifically. All right, last card in our top 5 is going to be Red 3. This is very much a meta call. Red 3 helps empower your hero cards because each other friendly hero unit gains raid 1, which means 1 extra damage when attacking. The Red 3 is just a great combo piece because with Sabine, again, Sabine is very, very prominent right now in the current metagame. A lot of people are leaning into Sabine aggro. Turn 1, you can play one of your strong 2-drops, either the A-Wing in space or the Battlefield Marine on the ground. They both attack for 3 damage. And then on turn 2, when you have 3 resources, you can play Red 3, and then those turn 1 cards that are now ready to attack, they can attack for 4 damage. So Red 3 is really, really powerful. This is a rare card. It shouldn't really be that expensive, to be honest, but it's going to be very popular because anyone who wants to play in a competitive deck is going to be looking to pick up 3 copies of Red 3. So these are the 5 cards we expect to see be most popular during opening weekend. Obviously, over time, as the meta shifts, as collections shift, as more things are opened, we're probably going to see these 5 shift. But Luke Skywalker, K2SO, For a Cause I Believe in, Millennium Falcon, and Red 3, these are the top 5 cards we recommend you keep an eye open for. If you happen to pull them, excellent. If you didn't pull them but you're looking for them, make sure to ask around because a lot of people are probably also going to be checking these cards out during your pre-release or your main release weekend. Man, it is so exciting that now is the time that we get to play Star Wars. So anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this to all your friends, and we'll see you at the game store. Everybody have fun, and may the Force be with you.